Guys, I landed in Bangkok yesterday and I was just so jet lagged. I had to sleep almost immediately. So it's a new day, it's nice and early. We're gonna go to a crocodile park, which I don't think I've ever been to before in any part of the world. And I think this is one of the last remaining ones. Right now I'm in Bangkok and it's about a 30-minute drive to this crocodile park in the south. But before I make my way there, let me show you the view that I have here in Bangkok. Honestly, this is one of the best views I've ever had, and this cost around $20 a night, which is insane. Also guys, I'm gonna be filming so many videos in the next month or so, so I just wanted to make a note to you guys that I will be showing a lot of things, and some of these things may not be seen as humane back in the UK or in a Western world, and you might be right, you might be wrong. That's not the point. I'm gonna show what happens on a day-to-day basis here in Thailand, and the same goes when I'm in Vietnam, and just show the reality of Southeast Asia and what it has to offer. And I say this because things like the Crocodile Park and animal sanctuaries aren't necessarily sanctuaries, and some of these animals are under certain substances. I have to be careful what I say, and I certainly don't want to disrespect Thai culture. I'm just going to be showing you what it is, and on that note, let's get over to the park. Right, so I'm in the Crocodile Park, and basically this is like a dinosaur section that they have. I'm interested in all animals, so honestly this is all fascinating to me. And apparently this is the largest one in the world, the largest crocodile park in the world, which is so cool. Look at the size variation in these crocodile skulls. That's definitely a saltwater crocodile. Even though this is a pretty popular park to come to, I have literally seen nobody, and it is high season here in Thailand, so I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I got here early. When you look at evolution like this, it's actually mad to think that we were literally monkeys. And what's even crazier is like, this was how we used to connect and used to come together, and now it's bloody Instagram and social media. Oh my God, look at this. You can just go up and walk to him. That's insane. I hope he doesn't kick me or some shit. I actually feel so sorry for this animal. It's got about 2 meters of range that it can walk in. That is insane. Look how many crocs there are. Something about this one's body shape is unnatural to me. It's a little baby one over here. This one's just chilling. In case anyone didn't know, you're not allowed to swim with the crocodiles. At least that one's exerting some natural behavior over there in the sun. But yeah, most of them are pretty stagnant. They're not moving that much. It's coming over to us. They come in all different shapes and sizes. Like that one's pretty chubby, and this one's like anorexic. I reckon this one's lost its tail to another croc. They're starting to move quite a lot. Maybe these ones aren't on anything. Maybe these ones are actually all right. I don't know. What I do know is that these are the biggest ones. Jesus. These are some big, big crocs. I mean, you can see the size comparison next to the one on the right. And this one quickly moved out of the way. Been here for like 10 minutes now, and I still am the only person in this entire place. But we got a load more crocs just chilling here. However, these ones look way more natural than the last ones. They look a bit more fattened up, almost like you see on the TV. They look a bit more of a natural shape than the ones in the previous one. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because the other ones are actually on something and they're used for the show, whereas these ones are just used for display. Also, it's worth noting the barrier is not very tall. One step wrong and I could be right into that crocodile's stomach. This was all 300 baht, which is actually nothing. That's like 6 or 7 quid. Whereas if you had something like this in London, it'd be, I don't know, 40, 50 quid at least. But yeah, it's pretty cool just to see these crocodiles chilling, hanging out around me. But at the same time, is it humane? That's up to you to decide. Some of them genuinely don't look real. Like this one just looks plastic, just chilling there with its mouth open. Also, this water is extremely green. I believe they have a massive algae problem here in Thailand. But yeah, they seem to be all right in it. They don't seem to be too bothered. There's a lot under the water that you can't see, and I'm just seeing their bubbles come up now and then. It means that there's probably a lot more in here than there actually looks. Like, you'll just see bubbles like that every now and then pop up. If you was just walking along and you didn't know this was a crocodile park, there's no way you would see the crocodiles in here. Imagine that guy waiting for you to walk down a path. Considering this was only 300 baht, and I've got the entire sanctuary to myself, it's not bad value at all. In fact, it's probably the best animal sanctuary I've been to in terms of value. There's still a lot more to see as well, but it is cool seeing these crocodiles. I've not really been to a crocodile farm before, and yeah, there's so many here that it's just pretty incredible. To be honest, the crocodiles aren't that scary on the land, but when they're underwater like that, and you see their head pop up now and then, you could imagine in the wild why they are, you know, one of the biggest predators. In fact, the biggest predator of their domain. Nothing can contest with a crocodile. Their power as a predator is just unmatched. Like, the fact that they can go underwater for so long, eat stones, and have so many methods to catch prey, that just gives them a huge advantage. Shows what a lethal predator they are. I mean, look at this big boy. I'm not sure if this is meant to be happening, but there is fire burning there, and there are crocodiles in this water filled with loads of algae, by the way. This one's staring right at me. If you're coming to Bangkok, it's worth noting that this park is about 30 or 40 minutes away from the center. It does take a while to get to. It's about 20 kilometers away. But I do think it's worth it so far to see crocodiles like this, and so many of them. I mean, it's the largest crocodile farm in the world, so why wouldn't you go to it? Look at these horses. Are they horses or donkeys? I don't know. No, they're horses. They're horses. Just munching away. Unbothered by me. No way they have capybaras. No way. Look at this guy. These guys are honestly so cute. I swear you can live with these guys as well. Oh, he's just woken up. Now, earlier I talked about breeding. Yeah, that's an example of breeding. And to be honest, the animal doesn't look the healthiest. Obviously, these are both lions, but they aren't natural. These are both inbred. They are not meant to be that colour. I mean, they are cute and they are beautiful, but is that humane? Again, I'll leave that up to you. With this white lion in particular, it's kind of breathing heavy and panting. And I don't know why it's doing that, because it's in the shade. So I think it might have some breathing problems. And I do think that's a result of mixing genetics and yeah, creating unnatural lions. And the maddest thing is that their prey is just walking around this park. They must get so tempted by that. There's a bunch of pigs here. They absolutely reek, by the way. They stink. Apparently these ones are called miniature pigs, so I don't think they get much bigger than this, but they're very interesting nonetheless. Now, this one's a bit messed up if it's done by the park. This one's a crocodile with a bent body. I'm hoping that's like a bone disease it got, or some kind of natural issue, and it's not been made that way. There are quite a few of these as well. This one's just chilling at the back. Now, this one's tailless. I do assume this is by another crocodile, but doesn't that look so weird? That is unbelievably weird to look at. It looks like his head is his tail as opposed to the actual part of his body where his tail should be. Oh, he's aggressive, I can tell. He's looking right up at me. Yeah, now this is crazy. This is an amputee one. Jesus Christ, that looks weird. It's like they have every single type of handicapped crocodile. This is just madness, the way that some of these look. I'm hoping this is like they're born deformed, or yeah, I just hope that this isn't, like, again, like I said, been made. I do think that most of these have been severed off by other crocodiles, as is a very common thing in crocodile behavior. Especially with males that get too dominant in their territory. All of the crocodiles so far have been the same color, but this one is like totally black. That's pretty cool. So this crocodile has its jaw completely twisted. That is so weird to look at. It genuinely looks like he has an overbite. This one's menacing as hell. Like, you won't want to get in a scrap with this guy, even though he's tiny. It's so mad. If I wanted to, I could just put my hand in it and just grab any of these crocodiles and become an amputee like them. This one's had its lower jaw snapped off. That's insane. Yeah, now this one's sad to see. This one just looks like it can't really move properly. Yeah, some of them are a little bit too handicapped. Okay, so I've stumbled upon the first saltwater crocodiles, and they do look a bit different, but not that much. So I'm wondering if they're actually saltwater crocodiles or not. Over here, we've got some kind of lizard. I hope that's not a monitor lizard. Oh, it is. Woo-hoo-hoo. That one splashed me. Jesus. Some of these crocs are actually huge though. Like, that one could easily eat me. Every single one of these crocodiles is literally staring at me. I imagine they want their next lunch. Out of all the crocodiles, these ones look the most comfortable, to be fair. And a lot of them are moving now and then, which I guess means that they are relatively healthy. By the way, I just walked past that monitor lizard. That was not meant to be in here at all. They're pretty bloody dangerous. We've got like this walkover bit with the crocs. I think these are more saltwater crocodiles according to the park. I can see why this is the largest crocodile park in the world. It literally goes on for ages, and there's a crocodile at every corner you go to. Now what I want to see after this is some of the larger animals that aren't reptiles, so stuff like cats, maybe some random exotic animals or something like that. But yeah, there's a lot of crocodiles here, but I think there's only so much of the crocodiles you can actually see. Oh, these two are having a fight. Oh, go on. Beef him, come on. Go on, crocodile. Yeah, that one's backing off now. He wanted that space. It's interesting, some of them love being together, and then other ones are like almost completely solitary and just don't want to associate with the rest of the group. Currently paying to feed them. Wow. This is actually way more entertaining. Just stare around. So that was pretty amazing. I got to feed some crocodiles, which I've never done before. And although they weren't particularly active, it was cool to just see them feeding and competing for the chicken. But yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. I'm not going to bash that at all, because that was fun. That definitely was entertaining for me. Okay, so apparently there's an elephant show here. Now this is where it gets controversial. The crocodiles is one thing, but the elephants is another. Let's see if they've got some elephants roaming around. I think the shows only start when they have enough people here. So that was empty, and so was the crocodile show. But I have seen the elephants, so I'm gonna head over to them now. Wow. As soon as I walked in, I just saw this one on the left. They even have a bloody football pitch for the elephants. That's insane. Oh my God, look at this. If he wanted to, he could come over here. Oh, actually, no. Forget that. He's chained up. No wonder I can get so close to them. Poor guy, man. Poor guy. You can tell he's uncomfortable. And look, he's staring straight at me. It's almost like he's asking for help. Yeah, he's definitely in an uncomfortable position. What a beautiful animal though. Look. What a beautiful animal just sitting behind me. That's insane. I mean, he's eating, but like I said, is he comfortable? I'm not so sure. He keeps throwing like little pieces of sticks and stuff on his back. I don't know why that is. If I had to guess, this animal weighs over a ton and is probably about 9 foot, 10 foot tall. It's just insane to be next to such an intelligent but also massive animal. Also, check the size of that. Got to say goodbye to that elephant now. Some interesting looking animals over here, almost like oxes. I'm not sure if they're oxes, some kind of bull or something. I know I would not want to mess with that animal either. Jesus Christ, you go fly. I was saying to myself that I wouldn't see any more reptiles because I've seen so many crocodiles, but there is an exotic reptile zone here, which looks pretty insane. So I'm gonna go in here. So I walk in straight away. We've got a python. Where are you? Well, it says it has a python in here, but there doesn't seem to be anything in here. Let's check this one. Well, the first 2 cages as I walk into the exotic reptile zone have nothing in them. Here we've got a beautiful tortoise. Look at that guy. His shell is so cool as well. And then we've got some cichlids in here. Then over here we've got some kind of snapping turtle. That looks so cool and prehistoric. This is an Asian forest tortoise. This one is massive. If I had to guess, that one's like at least 60 kg. So I did manage to find a python, but he's kind of hidden away. This python has amazing color to it. It's hard to see on the camera, but he is a fatty with some amazing patterns on him. Now over here we have the animal that I've wanted to see in Southeast Asia the most, the Komodo dragon. Look at these guys. They are just absolute weapons. The thing is, like, they are kind of large, but they're not like humongous. So people do underestimate them until they're inside of their stomachs. These animals can literally kill prey 4, 5 times the size of them. They are insane animals. And honestly, one of my favorite, in fact, my favorite reptile. And like crocodiles, they are just as adapted to water as they are to land, making them absolutely terrifying. And their speed on land is not to be messed with, especially if you're being chased. The way he just disappeared is crazy. Guys, no joke, the latch to this is literally open. I just lifted it up. I could get in there if I wanted to, and I definitely don't want to do that. Here we have another beautiful horse. I can get close to it as this gate is actually open, but I don't know, I feel like I might cause some distress. Literally everything here is more beautiful, even the pigeons. Like, how are the pigeons looking way better than they are in the UK? We've got some goats here, just munching away. Here we have some white turkeys, which are very interesting looking. Then we have some absolutely beautiful peacocks. Look at the coloration. The blue is just a lovely, lovely color. Now this is the main thing that I wanted to see. The king of the jungle, even though it lives essentially in a desert, the lion. Bro, this monkey just had a go at me behind. This guy does not look happy. Hello? Yeah, no, look at him. He is not a happy monkey. He's walking around this cage like I used to walk around my room when I was pissed. He does not look happy at all. Yeah, he's just been going around in circles for ages. Poor guy. These lionesses are starting to move a little bit. I think I got lucky, yeah. Because they've just gone into the cave. Oh, they've come back up. Oh, they're being playful. They are both looking directly at me right now. To be fair, these lions look really healthy. Like, these two are moving a lot and seem quite active. I've been here for about 10 minutes and this one's had its eyes on me the entire time. I just realized this is the male lion. It's just the coat of hair around its neck isn't that big. And that's the female lion over there. The monkey's passed out from just walking around in circles. This is a macaca monkey and it looks like it's asleep. I'm hoping that it's asleep, but he's just resting with the sun on his face. He's doing the exact same as this gibbon monkey over here. who's using his arm as like a bed rest. The weirdest thing is their facial features, even though he's not moving much right now, it's exactly like a human. Okay, now this one's a little bit controversial. It's a wild boar, but it's sat underneath a fence. I don't know if it's done that to itself or if they've done that to it. But regardless, that does not look good at all. He is hidden away behind a piece of like another layer of this. He's just stood up, so I'm wondering if he's put himself there. Oh, but he's gone back into the... Yeah, I don't know if that's meant to be like that or not. This monkey is called a crab-eating macaw. Oh, hello, he's coming up to me. It's the first animal to actually come up to me today. Oh, that is a sad, sad looking monkey like the rest of them. He genuinely looks very cross. Kind of has the same butt as a baboon. He's trying to communicate with that other monkey. Now here is the most dangerous animal on the entire earth. Hippopotamus kill the most people in Africa, and if you put mosquitoes aside, they are the biggest human killer of any animal. I mean, those jaws could crush literally anything. Luckily these guys are feeding them, so I don't have to, which is great. These hippos are so cool, and they actually do look really healthy. This one's coming over to me. Oh, hello, buddy. He thinks I've got food. I haven't, mate. Sorry about that. Not even sure these guys are fully grown, but they are absolutely enormous. Like, these ones are not far off the size of the elephant. Oh my. Look inside of that. You would not want your head inside of that, like one of those watermelons that they've just been fed. I can smell his breath from here, that's insane. I was not expecting to see bears today. I think these are honey bears. That guy's just chilling. These two are staring straight at me. They must be able to jump high, because this is like the biggest distance I've had between an animal of all of them so far. And I thought crocodiles could jump high, but these guys must be able to climb. They look like large dogs almost. This one looks insane, like a mystical creature or something. It's like a reindeer, but for a warmer environment. Unfortunately, all of the descriptions are in Thai, so I can't really tell you much about these animals, only the ones I actually know about, which isn't many of these, to be honest. Right, I've just come across the tiger zone, so I'm definitely going to look at these tigers. Tigers are my favorite cat. They are just such cool animals. I don't think they'll have a Siberian tiger, which is like my favorite of them all, but seeing a tiger is an experience in itself. There's one monster tiger just chilling up there. Oh, that guy's just chilling. These ones are a bit more active, but they do look healthy, I've got to say. I've been impressed with quite a few of the animals so far. What a majestic animal. And the stripes, it's just amazing to see those stripes. The pattern is just beautiful, and no two tigers have the exact same pattern. Just next to the tiger exhibit, we have these big animals. Oh look, this one's coming right towards me. I have no clue what that is. It looks like a mongoose, but it's way too large and hairy to be one. Almost like a mongoose and a badger mixed together. Ooh, the tigers were fighting. Go on. Scrap! You might not have heard it, but their roar is so loud. It makes the lion roar look petty. This guy's an absolute beast, an absolute freak of nature. This tiger seems to be just chilling in the shade. Yes, again, literally every single section I've been to has been empty. This is amazing for just walking around and getting to have your own personal experience with these animals. And here we have an ostrich, or an emu actually, but they've put it as an ostrich online. Look, he's trying to nip at me. He does not like me. Tell me in the comments, is that an emu or an ostrich? To be honest, I thought I'd seen the saddest so far, but that is definitely the saddest, to see chimpanzees in cages, but not just cages that are this small. Look, the way he's looking at me, it's more human-like than a lot of humans. These animals have so much emotion and so much intelligence, they just should not be in a cage. And again, I'm not trying to like disrespect this zoo or this park or whatever you want to call it, but that is the one thing that it kind of hits close to home, because they are so alike us. I mean, literally the only activity they can do is what this guy's doing right now, and just swing. They all show interest as well. They're so friendly and playful, which makes me even more sad about this. That literally looks like a man in a prison cell. They are also different as well. They all have different personalities. Like this one is very calm and collected. This one's a little bit more chaotic, just moving around. He's literally asking me for food. They're so clever. Look, he's got his hand out on that tray. He thinks I'm gonna feed him, unfortunately. I haven't got any food. This one's movement is really off. I hope it's all right. Oh geez, they have an orangutan as well. Oh my goodness. This guy's bringing something over. Oh, nah, that's even sadder. In fact, they're all as sad as each other. I can't believe that such intelligent animals like monkeys and elephants and even tigers and, you know, some would say crocodiles, what are they doing in cages, especially this small? This is an amazing animal though, an extremely rare animal as well. Just eating. The way he opens that orange is so intelligent. Most humans haven't got to that level yet. They're even asking this guy to feed it. Ooh.
1, 2, 3. Set really. Rồi nó đây con chạy qua mỗi tí vậy. Được vài hai đây. Mình tay con nha. Rồi ok. Oh.
It's good at catching.
No.
This one's clapping to get the food. So basically that is everything. But the final thing is this prehistoric skull. That was an actual crocodile's head, like the size of it, the exact replication of how tall, of how big this crocodile was. That could fit like my whole body in it, just its head. But yeah, that's the crocodile park done. And yeah, it's very interesting. Some of the animals should not be in cages, but at the same time, who am I to tell them what to do? They've had this park for ages. It's a popular tourist attraction, and a lot of people like seeing it and like feeding the animals like I did. and like those guys just were. I do think it's important to see places like this just so you can see reality, and that everything isn't all good and bad. It's a bit of a mix, to be honest. Obviously animals being caged up is negative, but seeing these animals is a positive experience just to get a look at them. But is that worth them being caged up? I'll let you answer that question.